Hi there, I'm going to show you how we can use Streak and integrate it into our Gmail. So, by the way, Streak is a CRM that is built into our Gmail accounts. So, it's really not compatible with other email accounts. It's built for Gmail. As we know, startup companies, any type of companies, mostly are already using Gmail. And Streak has a wonderful free features that we can already utilize uh, without spending too much or spending a dime on it, because the free version is really awesome in itself. Now, you'll be hearing some terms like pipeline and stages or boxes with regards to using Streak. It's if you're familiar with Infusionsoft, if you're familiar with that type of email email marketing software. Streak is a what do you call this? An easier way to streamline your messages and organize it in such a way that you will be able to know what stage this person needs to go. Like if you're in sales, you have different stages before it you close it, and after you close it, how do you nurture it? So things like that, you can definitely use Streak for this. Now, I'm not telling anyone to just use Streak for CRM, but it's a really good tool to actually start using for your businesses that is just starting up. All right, so Infusionsoft is a really great software as well, but for people again who's just starting, this is already a great tool to start with. Okay, so you just need to go to streak.com in order for you to install into your Gmail account. Now, if you're not new to Streak and you already have Streak in your other email accounts, when you go to streak.com, it's going to say installed exclamation point, and you're just going to click on that, and it will add that Streak account into your new Gmail account that you just set up. All right, so if you don't have Streak yet, then this is what you're going to see. So I'm going to click on Get Streak for the purposes of this recording. Okay, so what's this? All right, so we're going to install it here in our Safari extension. So of course, you can do that on your Google Chrome as well. So let's wait for it to load, and then it's going to my Gmail account, because this is the only Gmail account that I have on my Safari. So it's going to go there. Now you'll see here it will ask you to get started with Streak. So continue. Just allow it. And there you go. So easy peasy, right? I'm just going to ask some questions. What are you using Streak for? Don't worry, you can change your mind later. So yeah, A, B. So I want to go back. I want to read email tracking, mail merge, snippets, both. Okay. One of two questions to suggest some pipelines for you to get started with. So what type of team are you on? Are you on a sales team, operations team, real estate team, business, investors? So I'm just going to put your operations because I'm in the operations. Great. What does your operations team want to track? Projects. What do you currently use to manage your operations data? A lot of things. So it says here, choose as many as you like. So I'm definitely going to do that. Just pick everything except the other. After setting up your pipeline Streak, use a Google Sheet Streak Reporter add-on. So it's for chrome.google.com web store. So I'm going to do that when I'm on my Google Chrome browser. I'm super excited to show this to you guys, how amazing Streak is. So waiting for waiting for it to be personalized. So that's our no, that's not our inbox. So this is our inbox. All right. So that was our pipeline. So in order for you to see that on your screen, you just need to click on pipelines, and then so it's projects. Since I chose projects earlier, but you can actually definitely customize it in, oh yeah, you can just actually customize it in any way you want to do it. So you just need to click on the plus sign, and then you're going to go through this, and there is a template, or you can start with blank. Okay, so do you want it to be shared or whatnot? So just going to do shared. Anyway, I don't have anyone to share it with right now, but I'm just going to show it to you how it looks. So I'm going to just let it stay there, but I'm going to show you um, some things how you can customize it. So earlier I chose blank, right? So let's assume that I've already finished setting up the stages that I want, and let's say this is the finished product, the one in projects, all right? So by the way, if you think that you don't need another pipeline, or you just want to stick with one pipeline, like just projects, because your your role is a project manager and you don't have any other um, things to look out for, then you can leave it with that. Now, if you just want to have one pipeline, then you can just choose delete pipeline, and it will be erased. Now, there's also other options here. Move down. So if you have multiple pipelines and you want to organize it in the order of priority, and you can actually do that. You can hide a pipeline. Obviously, everything else is pretty straightforward, and create similar pipelines. So, yeah. Now, this one is my favorite, the set color. So I'm just going to move back to projects, assuming this is our final setup. So you have stages. These are the stages as new, assigned, working, completed, never doing. All right, so these are just examples. So we can just edit it in the future. So the numbers that we see on top of the title of our stage are the numbers, the number of emails or the number of leads that are on that stage. Okay, so there are 5 new projects, 2 have already been assigned, right? And 7 are currently working, and 3 projects have been completed and 1 never doing. So let's just say that never doing is an abandoned project that you will never be doing again. Okay, so that's it. So completed is obviously the projects that you've already completed. So these are just examples. You can definitely assign it in a way you like it. Okay, so here's my favorite, is the setting of colors. Yeah, I love it. Now, there are already set colors here that you can use. So if you want to have it in pink for the projects, and then for the other one, oh, I deleted the other one. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to color it as, oh, sorry. I'm going to set it as green. I'm such a girl. Now for the stages, I really don't like this too red too striking for me, and yellow, the blue, and the blue, something like that. I could definitely change the colors of the stages. All right, so here's what we have. It's the one that we had on default is a rainbow. Now here are a lot of other options that you can choose. So I love pink a lot. Let's see how it looks like. So it looks like that. But there's another one which is a favorite of mine, which on top of my list is the rainbow light. So I like this so much. Okay, so isn't that awesome? You can also change the color of the font. I'm sorry, on the color if you don't like the current template. You can also choose custom colors. There's for the background and text color. So very, very, very easy. Okay. So you can also change the names of your stages by just double clicking here, like that, and then just type in whatever stage name you would like, and then so on and so forth. All right, so that's basically it for creating a pipeline. So how do we put these things into 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 play? All right, so these are what we will be expecting to see once we're done with labeling our emails. So I'm going to delete, and it's pretty nice because it really takes care of your leads. So in order for you to confirm or proceed with deleting, you'll be asked to type it. So it's like asking you, are you sure that you want to delete it? All right, so we don't have anything inside the stages. Okay, so let's just say for myself, I'm going to name this pipeline as task. Let me go ahead and delete this first. I'll need the other one first. And so I'm going to name it task. So what do we need to look at? So new. All right, so any incoming emails that are talking about task, I'm going to put it here. Now, what is the next one? Currently taking care of it or something like that. Assigned or working on it. And then completed. Feedback. If the task was done correctly. And any other stage 5. So if in case you don't need another stage, because by default it's going to create 5 stages for you, just go ahead and delete that stage. No, by just clicking on the trash can. Or if you need more stages, you can just add stage, and then again you can just change the color in whatever color you want it. Okay, just going to remove that. All right, so applied. Now let's go to our inbox and see how we can actually utilize our CRM on Gmail or utilize Street. Now let's use this one. Google Community Team. Now you see the box or the icon right here. It says boxes. Now you're going to go ahead and click on that, just one click, and you will add that email to that box. So how are we going to do this? Search for, okay, suggested names for new box. So let's say, for example, the name of this task is welcome to your new Google account. So just an example, okay? That's the name of the task. Welcome to your new Google account. So you're going to go ahead and put that here. And then that's the title, or that's the one that you have for that email. Okay, what's happening? Okay, so it will be added. And so to which pipeline is it going to go to? Is it going to go to tasks or projects? Now, we're going to put it in tasks because that was an example. We were talking about creating tasks. So that's a task, all right? So if it's not, let's just say if it's not applicable, then of course you can always go ahead and add a pipeline, all right? So that's it, and you can see on the right side of the screen is something that you can work on. So you can put category, whatever you want to set it up there, whatever you have on your SOP, you can go ahead and change that. And let's see, there's so many things that you can do. But yeah, so since this is a new task, you're going to put it as new. All right, and then you can also set a timer for yourself. So just in case you don't forget about it, let's say it's not urgent, it's not super urgent, so you can go ahead and schedule it for a follow-up, like let me get back to it in an hour. All right, so the default that we have here is tomorrow, 2 days, 3 days, and 1 week. You can do custom task due, so you're going to put in the time and set due date. Right now it's 12:27 a.m. So I've got 7 hours for this example task, right? So yes, that's it. Any tags, I really don't do anything with that. It's not really too important right now. Um, email filters. So you can actually do that as well if you want to set it up. All right, so any emails coming from or from a specific domain, you're going to put in, it's going to go directly to this stage. All right, so let's not think of that too much. So these are our essentials when we're working on tasks or projects. So if you're going to check up, or if you lost track of time and it's already 8 a.m., you're going to have an alarm popping up on your screen. So let's try to change it. Let's give it around 12:29 a.m. and let's see. Let's give ourselves a few seconds. There you go. Streak notifications waiting for you. Okay, so I need to enable it. So we're going to allow it. All right, so that's going to show, see here, right on right hand corner, follow-up due. And when you click on it, it's going to bring you to that email. So I wasn't able to click on it. It just disappeared so quickly. But yeah, that's about it. So if you've already worked on that, if you see that on your pipeline, you go to your pipeline again, like you were taking a break or whatever you were doing earlier, you had to go on a different task. and you go back to the list of tasks you have. Oh, I still have one, and let me see that you started working on it. Oh, there's that. Oh, there it is. See, you can see that. So you're just going to, so in order for you to go to that specific task, you have to click on this, not this, because it's just going to change the name of it. And then you can see that here. Just going to click on that box and it's going to bring you there. And then blah, 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 you finish it and then you're going to complete it right away. So working on it if you started, but you have to step on a break or something else. So completed. And when, it really depends on your interpretation of what completed would be. But for me, it would be something that I have it drafted and someone's going to look into it and see if I did a great job or did a good job, and then, or did it correctly. So we wait for feedback. So feedback arrives and then we go ahead and change it to that stage. All right. So you know the next thing to that. All right. So if you have different steps in mind, then go ahead and do so. This is just an example. Explore in any way you want to do it. All right, so that's basically it. Okay. Um, what else do we need? Yeah, I think that's about it for this example task, right? So yes, that's it. Any tags, I really don't do anything with that. It's not really too important right now. Um, email filters. So you can actually do that as well if you want to set it up. All right, so any emails coming from or from a specific domain, you're going to put in, it's going to go directly to this stage. All right, so let's not think of that too much. So these are our essentials when we're working on tasks or projects. So if you're going to check up, or if you lost track of time and it's already 8 a.m., you're going to have an alarm popping up on your screen. So let's try to change it. Let's give it around 12:29 a.m. and let's see. Let's give ourselves a few seconds. There you go. Streak notifications waiting for you. Okay, so I need to enable it. So we're going to allow it. All right, so that's going to show, see here, right on right hand corner, follow up due. And when you click on it, it's going to bring you to that email. So I wasn't able to click on it. It just disappeared so quickly. But yeah, that's about it. So if you've already worked on that, if you see that on your pipeline, you go to your pipeline again, like you were taking a break or whatever you were doing earlier, you had to go on a different task, and you go back to the list of tasks you have. Oh, I still have one, and let me see that you started working on it. Oh, there's that. Oh, there it is. See, you can see that. So you're just going to, so in order for you to go to that specific task, you have to click on this, not this, because it's just going to change the name of it. And then you can see that here. Just going to click on that box and it's going to bring you there. And then blah, 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 you finish it and then you're going to complete it right away. Mm. So working on it, if you started but you have to step on a break or something else to complete it, and when, you know, it really depends on your interpretation of what completed would be. But for me, it would be something that I have it drafted and someone's going to look into it and see if I did a great job or did a good job, and then or did it correctly. So we wait for feedback. So feedback arrives, and then we go ahead and change it to that stage. All right. So you know the other the next thing to that. All right. So if you have different steps in mind, then go ahead and do so. This is just an example. Explore in any way you want to do it. All right. So that's basically it. Okay. Um, what else do we need? Yeah, I think that's about it.